guys, Pete over here, Craigslist Hunter. I know I have been away for a couple weeks. I've been very busy. I recently sold my house, so I had a lot of moving to do and packing and all that stuff, and just took a lot of time. And then last week I took off for a week and did some fishing up north in Wisconsin, so I was gone for another week. So I know I haven't uploaded a video in a couple weeks, but I'm back. This is a little bit different video. I usually don't talk about statistics and stuff, but this is something that I want to share with you guys because it might impact a lot of you when you look at the big picture. I'm gonna show you guys a snapshot of my phone that was taken exactly a year ago. These are my notes that I wrote down on June 6, 2015 of five categories that I follow on eBay that some of you probably sell a lot in. And the categories, let me put the snapshot on the screen. The categories that I'm talking about are collectibles, clothing and shoes and accessories for men's and women's, home and garden, antiques, and computer and electronics. These are the 5 categories that I follow to see how the trends are doing. And this is extremely surprising what's happening right now. Today is exactly a year from my notes. And this is what I come up with, and the numbers are staggering and very surprising. So let me break this down. So the first category that I'm going to talk about are collectibles. This category it's very important for me because I do a lot of collectibles. And this is the biggest change I think that we got here on this sheet as far as all these categories. Because last year collectibles, the amount of collectibles available for sale were 12.5 million. This year, today, exactly today, a year later, there's 15 million. This is a huge jump, 19%. That tells me that a lot of people are playing in this category. Probably the main reason is because stuff like this you can't really sell on Amazon. So everybody's flocking to eBay to sell, but that also tells me that there's a huge rise in a competition when it comes to the category. So it's gonna be tough, especially in this one. Now the second category is clothing, the shoes and accessories. Now I got this divided, as you can see, in 2 sections, men's and women's. Last year there were in men's category 10.1 million, and today we have 11.6 million. That's a 15% jump. Again, this is another category that it's probably harder to get in. You got to get ungated on Amazon if you're selling new, and used you can't, so you're strictly selling on eBay. What's up?
Got a few paintings you might want to look at.
Paintings?
Yes.
What?
Thomas Kincaid.
Okay. Anything like, did you look up anything or?
They're on eBay. They're not selling on eBay.
Yeah. I think stuff like that I want to pass at the moment. I don't want to tie up any money, you know.
Okay.
Unless you can get it like dirt cheap, you know, like so we can hang it up here and they can hang here for a year or whatever till we get them sold, you know.
Okay. I was thinking they're probably worth about 200 a piece. I told him over the phone we could probably do like maybe 50 a piece, and that would be at most. But now looking at them.
Yeah, let's just see what you can do, but I would really honestly want to pass on those.
Okay.
You know?
So I'm listening for like maybe 10, 20 bucks.
Exactly. Okay, thank you. Sorry guys. So yeah, the jump in men's category is about 15%, which is huge. And then the women's category, last year at this time we had 11.2 million listings. Right now we are at 13 million. That's 18% jump. That's huge too. So if you are, it doesn't impact me as much because I'm not a big, clothing seller. But this is a category that it's just, went up huge. You got a lot more competition. I mean, jumping from 10 million to 11.5 in men's category, all of a sudden you got, 1.5 million more items available. That's huge. Next category is actually home and garden. Which is a surprise. A year ago, there was 2.2 million listings, and today there is 1.9, 12% drop. What does that tell me? That home and garden, a lot of people moved probably from eBay to Amazon with that category because it's pretty easy to sell those items. A lot of stuff in home and garden, you don't even have to get ungated. So that's why I'm thinking that there's a big drop in that category, 12%, which tells me it's a good opportunity to jump in that category on eBay because you get a lot less competition. Next is antiques, and no surprise there. It's kind of been steady like this for years. 2 million last year, 2 million listings. Right now, we got 2 million listings. Zero change, nothing up, nothing down. Pretty steady across the board, so no worries there. The biggest surprise and the biggest drop is computer and electronics. Last year, 6.1 million. Right now, today, 5 million. 19% drop. That's huge. And then again, that tells me that a lot of people moved from eBay to Amazon selling the electronics. So it's a good opportunity to start selling some electronics. Now, you can look into this a little bit closer because a lot of this stuff is new and used. Actually, the drop on the used stuff was just a slight one, like 4%. So most of this stuff is new. That's why I'm thinking it's all going to Amazon. But this is something to think about, guys. How badly this impacts your business, especially like in a category of collectibles and clothing. When you have 19% jump, 19 more % of competition is selling out there. That's huge. Another statistic is that the percentage-wise, I think eBay from last year till this year, percentage-wise on sellers went up, I think 2.5%, which is pretty big number too. So we got more people getting into the game and trying to sell. Now, that number 2.5%, I don't know if these are the full-time sellers, part-time sellers, occasional sellers. I don't know if this is top-rated sellers only or overall picture. This is some numbers that I got from statistics.com webpage, and that's what they're telling me. But my numbers, what I see, hardcore numbers that I wrote down a year ago and what's happening today, pretty big impact. So think about it. You guys always ask me where do I get my free supplies. Well, I'm behind Pier 1 Imports, guys. Free supplies come here once a month and the dumpster is completely loaded. Yeah, I come here once a month at least for styrofoam and stuff. should last me a couple weeks. Always get boxes as well. Never pay for any supplies. Why? It's free. Why should you? And you're recycling. So you probably wonder, what do I get in these bags from Pier 1 Imports? And that's what's inside. 90% of the time it's styrofoam, packing material, and that's what I use to do my fills and pack stuff. So it's free, you can't beat it. I know this video wasn't super entertaining, guys, but a little bit statistics. Maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't, but I look at that stuff very seriously. All the trends going up and down, what you should kind of stay away from, what you should dive into. It makes a difference for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, share the video, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers.